Now, as the war in Gaza enters its 7th month, 33,000 people have been killed in the enclave. Currently, there is no end in sight. We have with us a guy as well, journalist, I-24 News, to discuss the future of Israel's operations in Gaza and what the imminent retaliatory strike from Iran could mean for the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Thank you for joining us here on NDTV. Let me begin by asking you, if it has been 6 months since the war in Gaza began, does Israel have an exit strategy? Is there an end in sight?
Yes, more specifically about that exit strategy. Obviously, Israel does not want to find itself in a situation in which it is permanently controlling over 2 million Palestinians living in Gaza on a daily basis. However, Israel made it very clear, the Israeli government made it very clear that Israel will be responsible in terms of security for that area. Israel will no longer allow a situation in which the Gaza Strip is completely ruled by a terror group like Hamas that enables itself to arm itself, to pose a threat on the lives of Israelis on the border, would not allow another October 7th. In order to change that reality, once that war is over, Israel is looking to find Palestinians who are not associated with Hamas to rule Gaza when it comes to civilian matters like taxes, distributing food, education, etc., but maintaining Israeli security control. Israeli military presence will remain, according to the Israeli government, obviously something Hamas will not agree to, and this is why Israel does not want to see Hamas in power in Gaza at all, not militarily nor in any civilian manner. And that would be extremely complicated, of course, when it searches for civilian bodies to control the Gaza Strip. They would be under the threat of Hamas, who vows to avenge anyone who cooperates with the Israelis. Obviously a very tough task at hand, not just for Israel, but also for so many other international bodies, including the Americans and other countries in the region, looking to find a solution for Gaza the day after the war.
You know, many analysts across the globe are seeing the attack on the Iranian embassy in Syria as an attempt that could possibly widen the conflict. Now that Iran has vowed a response, how is Israel preparing for that?
Yes, so that strike in Damascus attributed to Israel. Israel, of course, has yet to confess to be behind that strike, killing the senior commander of Iranian Quds Force. Was received with threats of revenge from Iran, keeping many Israelis, both the security system, but also, I can say, as someone who lives here in Israel, many Israeli civilians on their toes in fear, anticipation of what that Iranian revenge may look like, with all sorts of speculations from the use of Iranian proxies on Israel's borders, including drones, to the launch of missiles from Iran directly towards Israel in what would be considered another escalation in the wide conflict between these two countries for several years now, that proxy war that could develop into a direct conflict. Israel on its side understands very well that Iran is well behind most or many of the violent attacks on Israel, from helping Hamas plan the attacks of October 7th to the violent attacks of Hezbollah.
All right, thank you, Guy, for joining us with your inputs on this ongoing conflict. With that,